And we're live. My hat looks weird. My desk just looks more and more chaotic. It's because I have this wireless keyboard here. I need to put it somewhere else. No, that looks worse. It's just like little papers and everything that I have. Little papers everywhere. That's one of the banes of my reality. Little papers everywhere. That's the title of my upcoming album. Stream it on Spotify. No, I'm not musically inclined. I love music. I love listening to music, but I cannot play it. You know, uh, if I were to do something with music, it'd probably be more like music production. But my mind is just rambling right now until people hop on and watch the stream. So yeah, waiting. And I also, for people, and this is the awkward moment when people are coming in. And so yeah, I got this deck. I don't know if I showed this deck in a previous live stream. It's been a minute. My memory is shit now. But yeah, it's the Dream of the Nile, right? She didn't put the name on the box. And I kind of like how the box is like that, because hello, Lady Knight. I like how the box doesn't say it. Yeah, Dream of Nile Tarot. Yeah. 2 commercials. Good. You're supporting me. That's good. There should be one should at least be skippable though, at least. But that does take a time from people coming into the stream. But still, I'm like, good. Get me some of that. Yeah. But I missed the. Oh yeah. Nothing to skip. Oh yeah. So yeah, nothing comes on. I mean, I should do it so it's I should set it up so that it does the, what is it? People do the time thing, but I just go live, So if, like it gives people the chance to come in, but it lets them allow them to get through the ads and join in the live stream with it. But I'm like, I listen, you're not here for, you don't come to this channel for professionalism. You come here for what I have to offer. So yeah, but I'm going to be using this deck for, this is the Dream of Nile Tarot. I'm going to be using this deck for the Guess the Numbers game, when we get to it. If we get to it, we'll see. But yeah, I like this. Who was it? My friend Annika. She used to be on here. Now she does more stationery and pens stuff. So which I'm like, now I'm invested in that as well. And yeah, she always says that one of the things that bothers her with a lot of like the labeling and the design and the cover design is there's not a lot of things that are like this, where it's just the box and all that. Of course, the back has all this, and she gets a little annoyed with it, or she like is like, we don't need to be told what this is. It should just have its title on there at the most, and just that. I think she says it when they call it like the whatever tarot guidebook, and it's just like, it should just be that like to label it like that, it's kind of redundant. But yeah, no, this is not mass market. This is from Emma Zhang. She did the Dream Vision Tarot. I believe you can get this on her website. I think it might be available on Etsy. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I got this on Kickstarter because, and I was like, oh, it's coming on Kickstarter, and I saw why, and this is why. I was like, if I missed the Kickstarter, I was like, kind of whatever on most decks, because usually if they're funded, they're funded. However, I backed it on Kickstarter specifically because of the Tower card. Because I like this version, which was only exclusive to the Kickstarter. I'm not sure if she stuck by that, or if there's like someone's car. Their alarm was going off. But I liked this version of the tower and Sekhmet as the goddess f- to fit into that idea of the tower. But I liked it more because I did not like the one that she like went for the standard version of her tower card. I'm not a big fan of this type of the idea of ancient aliens and all that. um I'm not 100% opposed to it. I'm just opposed to the fact that it kind of removes the idea that it removes the capability of ancient peoples and says they're so primitive they never would have been able to do something like that. And I'm like, really? Like, don't put anything past anyone. And also look at the inside. What she did with the inside. So it's like a coffin. And then you see Nuit. So yeah, and then this is the guidebook, and it's like a mummy, and it like opens. The guidebook reads weird because you got to read it. It opens like this. But still, not bad information in here, and it is like Thoth Golden Dawn based. So yeah. I'm so rusty on my Egyptian pet. So am I. I have a few ideas. I know like the gist of them, like, but sometimes it's the depictions on them. Like I know for a fact, like lion-headed goddess Sekhmet. Uh, the I believe the crocodile. I believe it's a crocodile. It could be an alligator. No, I believe it's a crocodile. I'm pretty sure people are gonna be like, no, actually, it's the. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm talking about though. The that one with the head of a crocodile, that's Sobek, and then Anubis. Anubis is the best. Anubis is really the best. First of all, the name just sounds but there's probably like Egyptologists that know and study the actual like language and were able to like piece together how to properly pronounce it, pronounce names, and probably like it's not pronounced like that. It's actually pronounced Anubis or something. I don't know. I don't know what they'll say, but Anubis is great. We love Anubis. Ma'at is the goddess with the scales, or the scales themselves. I'm not sure, but like Ra and Horus, they're both like falcon or hawk headed gods, and they look very similar, and so it's very hard to you know differentiate them. But Ra is usually seen as like a sun disk, but sometimes he's also depicted as the falcon headed god. I don't know. And then Thoth, Tote, uh uh Tote or Tote Thoth. That's the one where everybody, all the tarot girlies get argue about the pronunciation. uh I can't remember. There was a way that was like, this is how they do it, and I can't remember how. For pronunciation, I would turn to Zahi Hawass. Was that his? You're the one that knows. You're the one that knows. But yeah, there and one time I was at Barnes and Noble. I should have picked this book up, and it was like an updated, modern, recent publication of a book on how to read Egypt hieroglyphs as a guide for hieroglyphs, and I should have picked it up. I went back like the next time I was able to go back. I looked, gone. It was gone, and I can't remember like who the author was, what the cover like really looked like, but and it was I was devastated. But I'll keep my eye out for it in the future. I'm looking at this part. Yeah, this right here. This bothers me right there. I need a haircut. Welcome back to Zach needs a haircut. Right? Tot, like it's something like that. It's like not Thoth or Thoth, but it's Tote or Tot or Tot. I can't remember, but I think also it might have been pronounced Tahuti. That one's too wild, but anyways, uh kind of fitting for a mercurial type of figure. um and then Osiris, Isis and Osiris, and then oh my gosh, who's the bad guy? He's not really about. Yeah, how about the one of the red desert, the jackal-headed god of the red desert. I believe that's the name of him. Set, yes, Set. Um, so yeah, Set or Seth. Yeah, it's very interesting because it's like, I'm like, I think people, or the two figures, the biblical Seth, the son of Adam and Eve, the third son of Adam and Eve, and the god Set, like what's going on there? Is there a connection? Is there a correlation? What's the tea? So yeah. Ugh. Sleepy, even though I took a nap earlier. The joys of being unemployed. um but yeah, but those are like the main ones. Those are like the, oh wait, and then there's Nephthys and Geb. I haven't read with this deck much. I'm gonna give it a go with the guess the numbers game, because usually when like this one reads surprisingly well, and I like to use it for the guess the numbers game. And yeah, Bastet the cat, yeah. Um, and but I haven't really read with this one much. I haven't really done much readings other than what you've seen in these live streams. Like this is like the most, these past few days are the most that I've read with tarot in like months. I like Bastet better. Bast seems, I don't know. Well, Bast is also sounds good as well, but yeah. Um, who else? Now I'm playing the in my head the in my in the Prince of Egypt song, where they name off all the gods and goddesses. You know, you're playing with the big boys now. And it's also super windy right now, heads up. And so if the wind gets really strong, I don't know if it will fuck the uh with the Wi-Fi, but so far, 12 minutes in, I have not seen the little Wi-Fi alert thing going on. Hello, the tower again. How are you? Um, I'm going back to Stargate. Apophis. Apophis is the snake, right? The chaos serpent or whatever, right? The evil. He's right. Again, questionable for evil. Oh my gosh, do you guys remember that movie? Yeah, the snake symbol. Yeah. Do you guys remember the movie for what was it? Gods of Egypt? Is that what it's called? Um where it's all these white people playing in this movie depicting Egyptian gods. Like it was wild that they went that way. You know, um Baal. Baal, I'm not sure that's Egyptian. I always heard him as, but he might be. And they might have just demonized him into something else, but I always heard him as something else. I could be confused. I'm not sure. I could be confusing or misremembering something. Um, but yeah, when are we gonna get a good Egyptian god movie? Because the premise was actually kind of fun, but then seeing it, I was like, but why do we have this white man playing Horus? Like, and like marketability, I'm like, I don't want that. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Let's see, why is my phone is saying that I get a notification, but nothing is it. But anyways, I should be focused on here. Yeah, connection is spotty because of the wind in Cali. Yeah, it got really windy today. Like when I went earlier in the morning to I went out in the morning to take my dog for a walk. And yeah, it was breezy. It wasn't like now it's like I'm seeing the branches and the trees move now. And I was like, okay, it's a little, you're getting a little wind here, but yeah. Okay, so for different gods. So yeah, it's probably one that maybe cross cultures. Let me see this. I want to look this up. Sorry, I have to look this up because I always remember um oh, I love the little statue that they show. Love him. He's just a tiny guy. The little statue that they show on the Wikipedia of the Egyptian statue, just tiny. Several different deities who are designated as false gods or idols. Oh, okay. Okay. However, it is most often used to describe the specific Canaanite Phoenician god of fertility and rain. Additionally, Baal is associated with Beelzebub, demons, and the devil. Okay, but what about here? Baal. Honorific meaning owner or lord in the Northwest Semitic languages spoken in the Levant during antiquity. From its use among people, it came to be applied to gods. Scholars previously associated the theonym with solar cults and with a variety of unrelated patron deities, but inscriptions have shown that the name Baal was particularly associated with the storm and fertility god Hadad, and his local manifestations. The Hebrew Bible includes use of the term in reference to various Levanite deities, often with applications towards Hadad, who was described as a false god. That use was taken over into Christianity and Islam, and sometimes under the form Beelzebub in demonology. Uh, widely used as epithet widely used epithet is rider or mounter of the clouds. I'm getting images of the tens in the Mariel Tarot. These are related to Zeus's gatherer of the clouds and Yahweh's rider of the heavens. Interesting. Hello, Gregor. Fascinating title. Let's see. But yeah. Anyways, away from that tangent. Also, I forget the tower again. Do you post on YouTube? No, not this. Not here. I want to be here. I know I follow you on Instagram, but I would like to see. I totally spelled it wrong. No, I don't see anything. I'm getting a lot of video game videos. No, I've been thinking, okay. IG, yes. Yeah, but all got a lot of sacrifices unto him back in the day. Apparently. Well, I'm not sure. Let me see here. Because it seems that, again, it's let's see, here we go. Let me see if it mentions like you see there's Baal Hamon, Judaism, Yahweh, Baal, yeah, and then Beelzebub, classical resources, Christianity, Islam. They don't really talk about worship here, how they will worship him. Okay, here we go. This is interesting. As the cult of Hadad increased in importance, his true name came to be seen as too holy for any but the high priest to speak aloud, and the alias Lord Baal was used instead of Bel. Was used instead, as Bel was used for Marduk among the Babylonians and Adonai for Yahweh among the Israelites. A minority proposed that Baal was a native Canaanite deity whose cult was identified with or absorbed aspects of Adad's Regardless of their original relationship, by the first millennium BCE, the two were distinct. Hadad was worshipped by the Aramaeans, Aramaeans, and that's hard to pronounce, and Baal by the Phoenicians and the Canaanites. Oh, that's right. That's right. I should check him out. I should check that video out. Love Esoterica. Hello, Anna. I'm really sitting with Anna. Let's see. I just know him as the bad guy. I'll start. Ain't a metaphor punchline. I'm really sitting with Anna. Yeah, when I first found Esoterica, I was like, oh, this is some good information. But like my intention, I was like, oh, such good information, but a little bit boring. But now I listen to now I found that I can pay attention and listen to his videos. For some reason my brain flipped and said, oh, now I can pay attention. I really liked his videos on the Gnostic stories. Yeah, very academic, sort of. Yeah, academic with a few like little what's the word, tongue-in-cheek, cheeky, slight, small little comedic hints here and there. But yeah, he has a great voice. I think he should really make his stuff into like a podcast. But then again, I'm like, I like his videos, and honestly, I treat his videos as podcasts anyways, because very rarely is there ever a need to look at the visuals on his channel. Usually he's good at explaining what needs to be understood, without need of a visual aid. So yeah. So yeah. But here we are. We're here for readings, though. Let's bring it back here to focus. Who here wants a reading? I think Anna. Anna, was I able to do your reading? I can't remember. Yes, okay. Oh, Gregor wants a reading. I'm glad you remember. No, that's why I'm asking. I don't remember. I'm not sure if I was able to get to your reading or not. That's why I'm asking. Because I'm like, there's a few people, there's not a lot of people here, so I can do the little list thing going on before a lot of people pop up. I was here last night. Yeah, I remember you were here, but I'm not sure if I ever got to your reading or not. I'm sorry, I did. Oh, it's all right, hey, girl. That's why it's free reading. That's why I'm saying free readings. I ain't lying when I say the free readings. Right now, I'm honestly, I'm getting a little bit of something with ad revenue. So yeah, the home record. Oh, that's right. Wreck the home. Are you gonna wreck the home? Okay, so it seems that just the tower again and Gregor. Let's see. We'll do it alphabetically. We'll do Gregor first, just to kill time because again, I only do because people are like, is there a list? And it's like there's like a 15-person long list, and people don't stick around and wait, and so it's like I'm on like person number 5, and I'm waiting like 5 minutes for them to respond to see if they're in the chat or not, and I'm like, guess they don't want a reading, and so I move on to the next one. But so yeah, don't worry about it, Gregor. I'm broke as well. That's why I'm back on here. Doing tarot for money? What? So yeah. So anyways. If they can't wait, they know. Exactly. I guess it wasn't that important. So we'll do Gregor and then we'll do the tower again. One day I'll get you paid. Thank you, Gregor. I'm like, I'll look forward to it. Because again, I'm going live and I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, I'm not expecting a lot of people to donate or tip or anything like that. Because I'm like, right now, economy is shit. The economy is shit. I am not like how much groceries cost and all that. I'm like, I do not blame people for not being willing to do that. So yeah, I stopped my Patreon because I was like, I need to pull it back. Wasn't getting enough engagement on. No, I was, but I was like, I feel like I can do better. I needed to refocus what I was doing with my Patreon, and also because I stopped uploading and posting on here, so that's why I also stopped, because I was like, oh, I was like, let me stop it for right now until I get my shit together again, and I'll pick up and do the and do my series that I want to do on there as I want to. But at the moment, because I wasn't posting and I fell out of the habit of posting and being consistent with my posts. Yeah, so I was like, it did not feel right to keep the Patreon going when I wasn't posting for my Patreon. So yeah. But I'll get back to it. I'll revamp it. I'll get the defibrillator and restart it. So, Gregor, what's your question? What's your question, Gregor? Oh, my screen went black a little there, real quick. It's gotten suspiciously quiet in the chat. Making sure. Let me see here. Checking to see if everything's okay on my end. Yeah. Pause. So here. Okay. I'm just making sure. I was like, what? I was like, is he gonna ask about love? Let's see. Thinking, if a woman loves me, well, if a woman loves you, what are you gonna do? I'm just kidding. So you're wondering if someone is interested in you. No, trust. These are everyday questions. These are questions that happen all the time. And here's what I always say. There's no shame in it. You want to know, but also here's what I always say. Try, at least, try and have you tried talking to her? That's usually what I do. And I always like to ask questions that are going to add context to the main situation. So, Gregor, how well do you know this woman? Where did you guys meet? What's the context? Are you guys exes? Are you guys friends? Are you what's going on? Another Leo. Wait, who else was a Leo? Was it Anna? Was it you that was like with the Leo man, right? That was gonna wreck the home, right? Yes. Leo's another Leo. There's a Leo in my life right now. I'm not gonna get into it. But there's a Leo in my. Okay, used to be friends. What happened there? No, that's not important. So used to be friends, but you know, not, but haven't talked though. It seems, right? Because obviously, if you guys had a falling out or some sort, and you guys aren't friends anymore, then then this hopefully this wouldn't be, yeah. Like I talked to her on and off. Oh, okay. Are you guys? Is this like a you guys have met in person, real life, right? Yes. Okay. And what else? I think I've got enough. I think I've got enough to go into it. When was the last time you talked to her? That's the last one. We'll see. I think that's, yeah. Yeah, if you're not comfortable, Gregor, if you're not comfortable sharing it, because this is online, this is on here forever, and you know, this or at least I try to keep these up, you know. I keep these live streams up for people to watch back and enjoy. So if you're not comfortable sharing, yeah. Okay, a couple of weeks ago was the last time we talked. Okay. Yeah, so if ever, and this goes to anyone in the chat that wants to get a reading from me, if I ask a question and you don't want to answer it, just say, I'm not comfortable answering that. And I'll respect that. Though my nosy ass will be like, but why? Why not? You know? But again, you have no obligation to answer, and yeah. But mind you, if you want to keep things hidden, the tarot does like to, you know, bring things to light that, you know, tend to, you know, that you think are going to be hidden. But, you know, just come on. It's tarot reading. It's happened quite a few times in my live streams where the cards reveal things of that. So yesterday, Anna. Because that's the point of these cards. The cards are designed to reflect. So yeah. Oh well. Let's see. Okay. I could have sworn I thought I saw someone walking across my front yard. You're not shooting your shot. Let's see. Nope. I tell people that when they want readings at parties in front of their friends or fam. Oh. I tell people that when they want. Yeah, exactly. It's if you. Oh gosh, don't tell me our mail guy just skipped us because a truck is parked in front of it. Let's see. I definitely did. You definitely did. And what was her response? if you don't mind me asking. I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, what's happening here? Something's going on here. It's just that girl for me. Mm-hmm. I mean, uh, because these are, let me tell you, these are some pretty good cards. You know, not like explicitly romantic falling in love, but there's something sweet and tender here going on. Um, you got the Queen of Cups. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The nurturing mother card, or one of them at least, and very in tune with her emotions, but could be closed off a bit, I feel. And then we have strength. This is where we gotta keep those deep emotions under rein. You know, you gotta keep it. You gotta keep that. You got that dog in you. You gotta keep it on a leash. You know. And the Six of Cups. How long have you guys been friends? I'm just curious, but it seems that I think it might be referencing like the nostalgic history that you guys have with each other. Like 2 years. That's a pretty long time. But so far from these cards, I think it's I hate to say it like this, but I believe it's kind of friend zoning a bit. Uh yeah, she took care of me. Oh. Um and yeah, it seems that the relationship as it is healthy as it is. Is she single? That's a good question too, Lady Knight. I did forgot to ask that. You don't know. Hmm. Well, I mean, with social media, you can figure that out. What's her name? We'll find out right now. I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Because bottom of the deck, the Eight of Wands. Clearly, to me, this is saying you're not shooting your shot. But you're saying that you definitely did. So what happened? Because as like positive as an indicator these cards are together, uh I don't I don't really get strong love romantic potential here. I think this is definitely, when you said yeah, she took care of me, that okay, that explains the Queen of Cups. That explains the Queen of Cups card. Um and yeah, it seems that there's need for more of a understanding and appreciation of what the relationship is at the moment, I feel. Yeah, where's my water? Where did I put my water? Where did my water go? I think it's right here. Yes. Hmm. 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 No, nothing. The chat's gone. Yeah, no, okay. Well, my Wi-Fi seems to be working. I just need to see if my stream is okay. Oh, the best way to get an answer is to tell her directly how you. Oh, right, Lady Knight. Stream is good. Yeah. Thank you, Lady Knight. Yeah, because it's like, as nice as these cards are, and I mean, like, for the potential for something romantic to happen, I'm not going to say there isn't, but for the most part, it seems kind of more leaning more towards the platonic. You know, there's an innocence to these cards here, which isn't to say that romance can't be innocent. But it's not like a Two of Cups or yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'd say the best advice I could give is let her know how you feel. Let her know how you feel, and shoot your shot. So there you go, Gregor. I wish you luck. So who's next? The Tower again. The Tower again. What's your question? I'm shit at this. No, Heavy. It's all right. It's all right. All right. Good night, Lady Knight. Let's see. Mediumship. Develop to share with others, or is this a relationship with people who have passed just for me and mine? Okay. Interesting. Let's see. This is an interesting one. It's not one that I'm very, because I don't practice mediumship, and I don't really have the desire for that. Would this be the right one? No. You know what this calls for? Might not be the right move. It might just be too deep of a reading. No. This one right here. Esteki. But yeah, because me myself, I'm not trying to. Yeah, I trust it. Yeah, for me, I don't, and I try to close myself off as much as possible from anything like that. Just because I'm like, I'd rather know what I'm doing and be prepared and be safely, you know, uh, yeah, prepared and safely ready to go into that. But yeah, okay. So for you, it's a natural thing. I did too as a child. Okay, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, because here's the thing, though. Like, mediumship developed to share with others, or a relationship with, or is this a relationship with people who have just passed just for me and mine? That's a very good question. I think that this is a good question, because I think a lot of people just don't consider this when they become mediums. I feel that might just be a preconceived notion or an assumption. But it doesn't seem like it. I think whenever someone has some mediumship gift, they immediately go to I gotta share this gift with everyone, like, and it's like, are you sure though? What if it's just for you? Because this is something, it's spiritual in its like most raw, sometimes even in its darkest form, and it's like, wow, it's like nobody really thinks of like, hey, maybe you should set boundaries with some of these abilities that you have. Like, I think there's even some people who are tarot readers that wouldn't even consider doing something like this that I'm doing with tarot reading, because I'm pretty sure they think that it's like, no, this is not the right way, um, or that you shouldn't practice this as it is like this online. And it's like, absolutely, because that's what keeps things sacred and uh, yeah, holy in a way. Let me see. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Hmm. Something's holding you back from it. That's what I'm that's what I'm getting. Some mental thing is, so I would say I think you'd have to develop it more just in general before you can even consider either or. Uh because here we have the Ace of Dreams, similar to the Ace of Swords, the mind here. At least that's the keyword that's given to this card. And then you have yeah, I hesitate because people, yeah, it is a very like, yeah, because even I'm still like, I'm like, oh, you know. Um, we have grounding as well, which is a very important thing to do. And I try and work on this myself as well, trying to find a way to ground myself. There was what's the words here? You can, the quote goes, I believe it's, who was it? I can't remember who said this. I want to say Nietzsche, but I'm probably wrong on that, or Jung, but probably wrong on that as well. Um, uh, uh, but it's what's it called? They say like to reach up into heaven, you have to have deep roots into hell as well. But also, the ladder of heaven should be grounded well, stably, should be stable and grounded well on earth, and well grounded. So any spiritual practice, you have to really have a good grounded base and start here. So yeah, just to show the card. So yeah, interesting you picked that deck because they come through in my dreams. That wasn't really what I was. What I did. A little coincidence. Well, there's another one here, and like you said, there's fear here, and that's the Eight of Dreams. So there's a fear around this. I think it would have to require a lot of work on how to dispel a lot of the fears and preconceived notions that people have on mediumship and any of that practice. I go through that quite a bit. Oh no, not quite a bit. They haven't popped up recently with this within my live streams the past few days at least. But in the past, having to deal with people, having to deal with people being curious, but they're like, oh no, I'm scared because of this. I'm like, look, this is where it came from. This is what it is. This is how it's done. But mediumship is so purely like connecting to the spirits, and it's so hard to regulate, and it's like it's tricky to work through this, especially even any fear that you may have of it yourself, because I feel like I'd be a little fearful of it, because then it's like, am I really seeing this, or is it in my mind? You know, uh, let's see. Right, I do have trouble grounding after I do a reading. It's hard to come back. Oh yeah, that right there. That after it's as long as you start off, I feel grounded. I think that should be good. I think the what you should focus on is staying grounded. You know. Um, Even further with me, right? It's like on the spectrum of like fear, it's like I feel like it might be like astrology, and then it's tarot, and then it's like palm reading, and I don't know. The I Ching I feel like is somewhere in there. I don't know, I'm getting off on a tangent here, but mediumship is definitely on the farther side. The mediumship is definitely like with spell work and spell crafting and all that. I thought I was schizophrenic as a child, but I realized it runs in the fam too. Were you ever not to? I don't know if you're comfortable sharing this, but did you ever were you ever diagnosed or evaluated to make sure? No tea, no shade. I mean, people, as long as you manage it, you can still do this work. I feel, you know. So yeah, bottom of the deck, manifestation, the Ace of Honey, the Ace of Pentacles. Uh, Evaluate it another. Yeah, you see. Uh, See, there you go. Manifestation. Very interesting that she uses this for the ace of all. But look at that. It seems that there's great potential here, and I think it needs to be brought forth a little more. Like I said, grounding, dispel the fear, sharpen your mind a little more, practice it more, and then you'll find your answer through that. I think, because the more you do it, you're gonna be like, oh, this is something that I should really only be doing for just, as you said, for you and yours. Uh, and I think that's what it's saying. Keep practicing it, keep flexing it. They say, from what I've heard, people always say, it's a muscle. The more you work it, the better it gets. The stronger it gets, and that makes the most sense here. Yeah, uh, yeah. You're welcome. The tower again. Yeah. I hope this helped. I hope this helped. I was like, very interesting. I rarely read with this deck. I love this deck. I love the art in this deck, but I rarely use it. But I was like, I was gonna pull the Marielle, but I felt, no, Marielle doesn't seem right. You know. Um, the what's it called, the blood moon, though. This one, I was like, this is it, this is the one, this will make sense. uh but yeah. So yeah, anyways, there you go. Yeah, let me remove the comment here. So yeah, I'm getting hungry. I haven't had lunch and I went live, so I think I'll oh well. I should preface that it is out of print for the moment. She does plan on reprinting it. She is working on reprinting the deck. Nope, not she. They, them. They. Sam Guai, the creator of the deck, is non-binary. But they. Sorry, it's because she presents from the pictures that I've seen of her. She presents pretty feminine. So my brain just assumes the she her pronouns, but they them. So yeah, they working on a are working on a reprint of this deck. And so hopefully that comes up soon. I think you might be able to find some on eBay, but they're probably like stupid expensive. But yeah, it's a good deck. It's a great deck. Beautiful art, and truly, I thought it would just be like a Rider-Waite-Smith clone, but or not a clone, but like like you could easily see in it in the depictions that it's Rider-Waite-Smith. You know, like you can see the meanings from it just depicted differently than just like, oh, here's the Rider-Waite-Smith in their art style. And no, that's not the case with this. This is definitely like, yeah, you hear the echoes of the Rider-Waite-Smith and the Golden Dawn meanings in this deck, but you do definitely see like I love all the tens here. Like this card, this is a cool card here. Like, which is another one that I like. I love this one too, the 9 of Honey. Hello, Dunia El Badli. I hope I pronounced that right. Yeah, I did add notes to the cards. I wrote the keywords on there. I think she should. I think she should have the keywords on there because I like some of the keywords that she put on here. Sure, Dunia. What's your question? I did, and the gold is like rubbing off slowly. Like this is like determination for the 9. That like that works. Love that. But I might wipe them off. I might clean them off. But yeah, because some of them are like this one here, like hello Amaryllis from Florida, like patience. I'm like, okay, you know, because it can be a little like a portrait, like, you know. You know, like even like with this, like, well, this is a court card. Like some of them look like court cards, you know. Let's see. Will the person on my mind will come back, or should I just move on? Let's see. Let's see. Did you guys, had this person, are you guys exes then? I'm assuming, right? If you don't mind me prying a bit so I get a bit of context. Okay, so you guys are exes. Okay, as I assumed. How long has it been? Is this how fresh is the breakup? 2 days ago. It's still fresh. It's still fresh. How bad was it? In a relationship for over a year. It's sounding familiar. And broke up 2 days ago. Relationship over a year. Thank you for giving me more context though, without me having to ask. You know, because again, and if anything I ask, you're not comfortable sharing, you don't have to share. But so I'm assuming they broke up with you. Oh, you see that makes it sadder, because it's like when you're in with a relationship and it's someone that you consider your best friend as well, that's like also like, I don't know, there's something to that. But yeah, so I'm assuming they broke up with you. And if I may ask, for what reason? Okay, so you finished things with him because he was talking to a lot of people from his past behind my back. So like a lot of people from his past, like exes or just old friends. Old friend. So old friends in quotations, they're girls. So these are girls that he never actually dated, or even like did he hook up with them in the past, or how intimate was he with these girls in the past? Oh, it's all right. The tower again. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. And if you do make your channel tower, I'll be keeping my eye out for it. You see now I'm getting the notification that the Wi-Fi is like slow or buffering. But yeah, I don't know exactly, but I saw one day that he was saying "I love you" to a girl he knew before, like for like 7 years. That's tough right there. She lives far from him. That's tough. That's yeah, huh. Check his phone, people. Check his phone. If you're listening to this, if anybody watching this back, check his phone. As T.S. Madison said, check his phone. But also, you should be able to like have a good, healthy relationship to where you're comfortable letting your partner look into your phone. Because if you aren't trying to hide shit, you wouldn't have anything to hide, and you should be able to be comfortable and open with what you're doing, you know? And so like when you confronted him about it, what did he say? That's bad advice. Please don't. No. Check his phone. Check his phone. If you're wondering right now, if there's suspicion, check his phone. Do it right now. Find out the passcode. Check his phone. No. I'm slightly joking with that. Like I said, you should be able to ask for your partner's phone, and they should be comfortable showing that to you, because if that person is like, I'm not settling down yet, I'm still talking to other people, then you'll know, and you're not, and you know how much to invest yourself into it. But this is not the situation. Back to Dunia, she is in this relationship with this person for over a year, and then she sees someone. This is kind of worse, like telling someone I love you to someone out, yeah. He was like, "No, that was a long time ago since I talked to her. Just being insecure, blah blah blah, just gaslighting me." What was the and you saw like the time, right? Did you did you this is where you screenshot it. This is when you see in the phone, you take a screenshot of the messages, send the screenshot to yourself, delete the message on his phone, and that way you have the receipt. But I mean, but here's one thing. Hello, Malika. It's kind of like a setup. Anyways, uh, that's true too. That is true. Lucy's right here. If you want to check someone else's phone, check yourself first. Yeah, because again, I was like, there's a little bit of insecurity here, Dunya. But again, to tell someone that, yeah, yeah. Like I said, first I need to know what was the time? When was the date? Did you see the time of day? Because usually it's like if it's a long time ago, you're like, oh, maybe this is a text. But if these are recent, I don't know. I'm just like asking and asking and barely like and like taking so long to get to the actual reading. But yeah, but if he's it was recent like a month ago. Yeah, you see, and so he's able to be like, no, that was I was like, no, that was a month ago. And that's yeah, I just need to know as much as I can that you're comfortable to share before that. But I mean, if yeah, like something in your gut is like you're not trusting it. You're not on stable ground, right? You know, that's probably what it felt like. And sure, Malika, you can ask a question after I'm done with Dunya. But it depends. I don't know who all is in here that wants to get a reading. So yeah. Oh, you do tarot readings too, girl. And you're like, I need someone else to do this. I need clear my Oh, that's good. Yeah. I said after Dunya, Malika. Patience. Patience. It's okay. A lot of people are like that on these live streams, these free live tarot reading live streams. All right, Amaryllis. If there's a lot of people on that want readings, I'll do the guess the numbers game, and we'll do that so that I'm not like having to keep up with the list. I hate lists. I hate it. I hate it. You know. I hate touring. You know. Sleep schedules off. No, I can't sleep. Wait up and down. Yeah. I hate touring. Let's see. But anyways, yeah, it's that. I mean, she is like far away, so for him to actually, I don't know how far she is. Like, if it's an hour drive, but if it's like a different country, then I'm like, okay, well, depending on where you are, and where she is, you know, like if it requires a plane, that's gonna take some more work, and probably they didn't do anything, you know. You would have noticed, I feel. Uh, it's no, it's oceans. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, you know. But still, he probably told her. Here's one thing. On one hand, uh, you should be comfortable with him liking a friend's pictures on Instagram or whatever. But also, it's like I can see why people will feel some type of way when they see their partner liking a thirst trap on someone else, you know. And it's interesting because it's like, you know, that's what I'm saying. The thirst trap bikini picture, yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know, because it's like it's interesting because it's like for me at least, I'm comfortable liking those pictures and sharing them with my partner, you know, and because I know he'll like them too, you know. Um, but it's different within a I'm assuming heterosexual relationship here, Dunya. Um, you know, I get why some people will be that, but you gotta, yeah, it's yeah, and it's like also it's like, is it a solo bikini picture? And it's like, yeah, I get it, I get it. But that's wild though to say like a month ago, text someone, you know, I love you. You know, you're in a year-long relationship with someone. Like, what? So here's the real question. Do you want him back? Hmm? If he does come back and he's like, babe, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I won't do it again. You know, will you forgive? Or you'll be like, no more. No, I can't handle that. I can't handle the, or are you like, you know what? A second chance, you know? You're not going to forget, but I will forgive. This is, I just don't feel it anymore. You see, and that's the thing. If you can't, here's the thing. If you can't forget it, will you truly be forgiving and able to move on if you guys are back together again? That's the thing with this, and there's that loss of trust right there. He may not have actually like gone and physically done anything with her, but to say that, that's emotionally like, oh, so then what are we? You know? Yeah, the trust is lost. How do you rebuild that trust? How do you work on rebuilding that trust and being able to heal the insecurity? Because how you would react to like him being like, oh, I know how she is, I gotta, please block her so she doesn't see me liking your pictures or do that, and all that. It's better to cheat on me physically with someone you feel nothing with rather than emotional cheating. That's the worst, because it's like, it seems, we're gonna get into the next part here. So the thing is here, how if he feels that way with her, if he truly does have those feelings for her and does love her, does he still love you? How has he been with you these past, in the past, over the year, has he changed? Does it seem like he lost interest? That's the thing. Because again, he may be going through something that's like, oh, I like you and I still want to be with you, but also I'm getting these feelings for this other girl, sometimes he's caring, sometimes he does caring, he does efforts. Okay. Sometimes he's caring, he does efforts, right? So he's trying, but then at times, no. But I mean, that's, again, so when you confronted him, I know this is taking forever to get to the damn reading. When you confronted him, was it with the intention of, I caught you saying I love you to someone else and you're still with me, why am I going to do it? I'm going to break up with you? Or was it a space for you to try and understand what's going on with him? Not to try and like forgive, because again, like in any healthy relationship, every partner should be able to express what they're feeling with the other party, comfortably. And like yeah, it's tough actually, and it's not going to be easy, but it's like, hey, actually, I do still have feelings for this girl. I actually have feelings for an old friend of mine. Can we talk about that? But that would require him to come forward. I got you. I'm an Aries. But like, I give second chances. But I do keep in mind, and I remind, hey, you fucking lied. I still have to rebuild that trust. Hmm. Hmm. You see, that's the thing. He went onto like the defensive and truly like just closed off. But I mean, like it is, it, yeah, it's again, I wasn't there, but it's something you gotta consider uh with situations like this. Where's our water? So to answer your question, let's scroll all the way back up to the question. Um, let's see, where is it? Yeah, is the person in my mind? Will they come back? Should I just move on? Right, he doesn't want to lose you, but yet he's not putting the effort to be loyal for you because in for you your relationship your one of your standards is monogamy, you know, right? Or are you open to being in an open relationship, you know? So let's see. I think you might be moving on. we have uh we have the Knight of Discs, the Knight of Pentacles right here. Look at, there he is. There he is with his other bitch. I'm just kidding. No. And yeah, I'm feeling like there's this like apathy in this knight's face, even though he slayed this dragon. I don't know if you can see it in the background, that dead dragon there. uh, and this maiden is grateful for him for slaying this dragon, saving me, uh but here it's like I don't know, it seems like he's not very interested in her. I think he's more interested in the conquest. He's not totally indifferent to her. He's not, but it doesn't mean that he really cares for her. He saved her just because it was the right thing to do, not because he actually is in love with her. Hmm. Here we have the Chariot. Got that moving on, that movement onto the next thing. It's like here we have the Knight, and then we have the Chariot. Right, that's what I want to know, Lucy. I'm not sure. I'm like, at first I joked like, oh, it's his side, it's the other girl, it's the friend. But I feel like he's going to. I think with either, if this woman is either Dunya or the friend, he's gonna still be this way. Yeah, who's that? Yeah. So I think that's the main focus here. The main focus here is the Knight, the apathy in his face, the because he's not looking at her. He's not, he's looking off into the distance. He's like, my jousting, my jousting spear is broken. You're right. He's so arrogant. uh, Not arrogant, because it seems that he could still, again, it's complex feelings that, as a man, probably was never raised or taught how to communicate them and be honest about his feelings. Because again, and our not to like put all the blame on the patriarchy, but men are never raised to express romantic, intimate, softer emotions. They're only ever taught to express um, lust and uh, lust and anger, and in openly, uh, compared to the other emotions. They're more encouraged to those two, boys and men growing up, Then we have the last card. This is where I'm like kind of being like, okay, he's probably gonna move on. He got cheated on a lot in his past. And yet he thinks I'm gonna do the same to you, Which, you know what? It's probably caused him to become jaded, but it makes you wonder, why fumble the bag? Why fumble the bag with you? If 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 he's been cheated on, why would he cheat on you? So the next card that I got, 9 of Cups. I think he's gonna drink his sorrows away, go, sober up, and then, or party it up, not sober up. I shouldn't say that. I mean, like, I was gonna be like, party it up, drink it up, just to cope with, not a healthy coping mechanism, drinking and partying to get over a breakup. But, still, I think he'll move on. Bottom of the deck, this is where I'm like, this is where it's like, I think the focus is kind of not right. It's more so, the focus shouldn't be like, will he come back, or should you move on? Again, that's kind of like two different things here. Will he come back, or will he move on, or will you take him back, or will you move on? He doesn't drink, huh? Not like, he doesn't drink. Really, I thought, well, you know what? Then, because usually I kind of, look at him. Huh? He doesn't drink. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I said sober up. Like, he'll get drunk, then he'll get sober, and then he'll get over it. You know what? You'll break his sobriety. This will break his sobriety. I'm just kidding. I don't know his life. He may be a recovering alcoholic. So I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't go there. I don't wish him ill. But yeah. Bottom of the deck, you have the Sun. I think you're apprehensive of moving on. It kind of shows like, you're the one that broke up with him. You have to work on moving forward. And if you keep moving forward, and you are moving forward, and you're like, this still doesn't feel right, then you really got to analyze why, and is it because you're feeling lonely without him, or you're having issues not adjusting to life without him? Because I mean, a year with someone, that's a long time, and that's something that you got to learn to adjust out of. So yeah, I think the Sun at the bottom of the deck is kind of saying like, what are you gonna do now? Because I think that's interesting. Like, people don't plan to break up, and I think that's what's so hard about breaking up with someone is, for the most part, you don't plan on it. Yeah, you're best friends, we did everything together. But here's the thing, did you trust him? Trust is a major component to any trust is a major component to getting into any relationship. Can you trust this person? How well do you know this person that you can trust them? But you have no choice. You'll be surprised what happens. But I think this question is very reflective of like, you're still hoping that maybe we can work things out. But if you want to move on, you totally should. If he comes back, you don't have to take him back. It's your life. Don't give him the time of day. Once that trust is lost, how do you regain it? By checking his phone. You gain the trust by checking his phone. I'm just kidding. No. So yeah, there you go. It seems like he's gonna move on, and maybe quite a journey for him, but I think he'll grow from it. I think this will be character development for him. That's what I think with the chariot there. Uh, and yeah, and hopefully, more importantly, also character development for you. Hmm? So there you go. So anyways, now that we're back on, yeah, you're welcome, Dunia. Now that we're done with that, finally done with that. Thank you, Dunia, and you too. You too. Good luck with your tarot practice as well, to whatever extent it is. So yeah. It's moments like these. It's readings like these where I'm like, I really should set something up to where I can have video call or audio call with people who want readings. What the hell is like it's people working. I was like, what's that light in the back? But no, it's people working where it could make it, I don't have to, the chat can be more flowy and I don't have to focus on the chat so much for answers to questions that I have. So yeah, there we go. We're up to an hour and a half. I might cut this one short. I know there were other people that wanted readings, but I'll try and be on tomorrow. I think I'll be on tomorrow earlier, maybe later, rather than my average 3:30 time. So I won't do a schedule. I won't schedule a live for right now like I usually do. So just, again, if you guys are following me, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I go live, because that can be a little unpredictable. Right now I'm like, I shut off the live stream and then I schedule the next live stream I can do. But anyways. Anyways, yeah. I think I am gonna shut. I think I am, because I'm really hungry and I haven't had lunch. I only had breakfast and I skipped lunch, so I need to get a little snack. So yeah. So thank you everyone for stopping by. Bye Lucy. Bye everyone that came by. Thank you everyone who stopped by and got a reading. I appreciate it. Yes, I am. Provechito. I don't want to. I'm talking. What does that mean? Wait, hold on. We're not going to leave until, yeah. Who are you? Brown Pride Texas Ranger. What's up? You're going to enter my space uninvited and think you can tell me how to live my life? Yeah, but still, I want to go through it. Let's get into it. Let's catch some hands. I feel better. You feel better now? Yeah. Did you do it? Did you troll the channel? Did you get the attention? Go have some food. No, Lucy, I won't. I'm just kidding. I will now. No, Phoenix, sorry. I'm logging off right now. I wish I could stay on longer, but I need to eat. So yeah. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Even the troll, the Brown Pride Texas Ranger. DM me. I'm just kidding now. Yeah. No, I'm not taking questions anymore. Tomorrow. I'll try and be on tomorrow though, Phoenix. So if you want to stop by, if you have time, we'll see. Depends, because I won't be live again at the same time. So yeah. Thank you everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to get part 2 of an update on my journey with Brown Pride Texas Ranger, All right. Thank you everyone. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.